The first payout is on its way to Northern Ireland from the £1 billion pledged in the controversial Cash4Votes deal that props up Theresa May in power, No. 10 says. But the Prime Minister has refused to guarantee a similar financial boost, 5.4% for the health service for England, Wales or Scotland. And MPs will still get an opportunity to object to the cash injection when the issue is brought before the Commons to be voted through. Nevertheless, Nigel Dodds, a delighted Democratic Unionist Party MP, tweeted significant day. DUP delivering for all in knee. The Liberal Democrats welcomed the good news for Northern Ireland, but immediately demanded the same bonus for people elsewhere. The government should match this increase in the rest of the UK, said Judith Jolly, the party's health spokeswoman. The NHS is struggling and on the verge of another winter crisis. Patients will be let down unless ministers stump up the extra cash our health service so desperately needs. And John Trickett, Labour's Cabinet Office spokesman, added the Tories' magic money tree is doling out £50 million in health for Northern Ireland. While the people of Northern Ireland undoubtedly need this extra investment, Theresa May needs to tell us if the rest of the UK will also receive this much-needed additional funding. The £1 billion was promised, in late June, for Northern Ireland is the price for the 10 DUP MPs to back the Conservatives and keep Ms May in Downing Street, after her general election debacle. Nearly 4 months later, a £50 million package originally promised to address immediate pressure in health and education has been formally allocated. The move comes as part of James Brokenshire, the Northern Ireland Secretary, imposing a budget on the province, after the failure to restore the Stormont Assembly. Overall spending will rise by 3.2%, in line with inflation, but the extra £50 million for health represents an inflation-busting 5.4% boost. Quizzed about the announcement, the Prime Minister's official spokesman confirmed the £50 million would come from the £1 billion which was part of the DUP agreement. But he dismissed a question about whether the rest of the UK would also receive extra health cash as a budget conversation which him not prepared to have. The vote would take place in the new year, as part of something called the supplementary estimates process, adding, in the usual way. The £50 million is being handed over as head of the NHS in England wages a public battle for extra budget cash, warning of inevitable cuts if his plea is rejected. The Treasury has agreed to lift the long-running NHS pay freeze, but will order the health service to find the money to fund it through efficiencies. The government only conceded that it will need parliamentary approval before handing over the £1 billion promised to Northern Ireland when a summer court challenge was launched. Gina Miller, the campaigner who forced the government to secure Parliament's approval to start Brexit, challenged the legal basis for handing over the money. In a letter, the Treasury solicitor said it will have appropriate parliamentary authorization, but ministers have refused to set a date. More about Theresa May. Democratic Unionist Party General Election 2017 NHS reuse content.